ECW Anarchy Rulz, and this video game is for, once again, the PlayStation 1 network, and this was again released by Acclaim Entertainment. And after the criticism of Hardcore Revolution, Acclaim tried quickly to make people happy, and in August of 2000, just 8 months after Hardcore Revolution, they released Anarchy Rulz because they wanted to make up for what everyone was complaining about, with Hardcore Revolution being a carbon copy of Attitude, the same movesets, the same type of style and model, and nothing too different. So this game, I will admit, is slightly altered and configured to where it's not immediately recognizable like Attitude, but at the same time, it's not a whole lot different. Well, here's what is different. They added some matches that are exclusive to this game, not even in Hardcore Revolution or Attitude. They added match types like Street Fight, a tables match, an Inferno match, which I'm pretty sure ECW never had an Inferno match, but hey, why not? If you can do it, do it. A dumpster match, a Rage in the Cage, and the Lion's Den. So these were match types that were cool to see because there wasn't another game at this time with matches like that. Here's some examples of some of the match types I was talking about, like there's the Inferno match and Anarchy in the USA. And when I mentioned that the mechanics were different, here's what I mean. In Hardcore Revolution, it was almost exactly like Attitude, where it was certain button combinations that did moves, and it was almost the same way that Attitude was. But with this one, they still have the button combination that you have to do moves, but this time it's like there's some type of mechanics where you can't do all of your high impactful and finishers. You can only do them when someone is either groggy or like they have to be in a certain position or a certain way to do your finishers, and it might sound like a good idea so that you just don't have finishers going left or right, but when you're playing it, honestly, it's annoying. I remember when the very first time I played this, I was just like, oh, it's so fucking hard to do like the cool moves. And that's the problem. It's like the cool moves, the signature moves, the finisher moves that you want to see these wrestlers do, you can't even do them easily. It's such a pain in the ass to do them. As far as the roster goes, you still have some of your ECW favorites: Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer, Justin Credible, Rhino, Sandman, New Jack, and they even added a legend, Dusty Rhodes.
I'm going to dedicate this beating to the common man.
They did something interesting too, which, you know what, I guess technically is like Attitude, but they added a bunch of jobbers, a bunch of guys that you don't know, and they're pretty much punching bags. And I thought, I was going to say that it was original and different, but now that I think about it, Attitude had that with like the trainer. This game does have more arenas, and they have backstage parking lot type places to fight in, which I guess is decent, especially at the time. You have belt tour modes where if you're the TV champion or the world champion, the tag team champions, or this new thing of a tough man belt where you pretty much have to fight everyone. And even though I'm mentioning all of the new stuff and all the different stuff that they added into this game, I still don't particularly care for it. I still probably, if I had to pick between this or Hardcore Revolution, I would choose Hardcore Revolution more. Even though Hardcore Revolution's more like Attitude, maybe that's why I like it, because I loved Attitude, especially when I was younger. And Hardcore Revolution reminded me of Attitude, and the way you played it was just as easy or just like Attitude. This one, not only is it more complicated, but it's just dumb. It's so, like, even when I go back to play it, I'm just like, oh, I hate the mechanics of this game. For commentary, you still have Joey Styles doing it, which is cool, and he has a commentary partner this time, though. He's not solo. And this guy, as much of a douchebag as he is, I do think he's pretty entertaining and funny to listen to. Joel Gertner.
It is your pleasure, Joey Styles, to sit next to me, the quintessential stun muffin, during what promises to be an extreme night of wrestling.
So yeah, once again, this is just a game that I like having in the collection, and especially because this was the last ECW game right before ECW went bankrupt and bought out by WWE. So essentially, it's bittersweet to have this in the collection, but ultimately, as a game itself, it's not that impressive, it's not that good. If you want a game of the original ECW, stick with Hardcore Revolution. Pick this up if you can find it for like cheap. But honestly, it's PlayStation 1. Who still plays PlayStation 1 games besides me? Anyone? Alright guys, that's my opinions and thoughts and review of ECW Anarchy Rulz. Let me know in the comments below if you know this game, if you like this game, if you've played this game, and let me know what you think of it. As always, thanks for watching guys. Peace, subscribe, later!